The solution is, and this is what we pray for, the total peaceful dismantling of the Zionist state. Because it is only the very existence of the Zionist state which has caused and continues to cause the strife in the Middle East. If the concept of the Zionist state came to an end, then there would be peace in the Middle East. What replaces it? As I said, we're not politicians. It could be the caliphate regime, as is suggested by others. It could be, we're not going to suggest it could be. Really, we say it should be whatever the Palestinians want, and we will go along with that. Because, as I explained, our religion teaches us, our teaching is that we have to be loyal citizens of the rightful regime in any country in which we find ourselves, including Palestine. And the rightful regime in Palestine is with the Palestinians. So I'd like to end my words here today, just with, in fact, a prayer. We hope that the time will come soon when there will be the total peaceful dismantling of the Zionist state, which will bring peace to the Middle East. And that should lead on, we hope, to the time when all mankind will be at peace with each other. Thank you. I'm sorry if I could just start from because if you want to know more about Natura Carta, and there's a wealth of information we have, may I direct you to our website, which is www.nkuk.org. And there, if you want to look there, you will see a wealth of information on our ideas. And we do have outside leaflets. If people want to know more, you'll be able to pick them up on the way out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rabbi Cohen, for a very fascinating insight. I'm sure it's a real eye-opener for many people here, and I second, thoroughly recommend the visit to the website. Certainly is very, very interesting. Our final speaker for today is Taji Mustafa. Taji is no stranger to Luton. In fact, he's a very regular visitor here and well-known face. Taji, as I'm sure many of you are aware, is a representative of Hizb ut-Tahrir Britain. Hizb ut-Tahrir being a global Islamic political organisation established in 1953 in Palestine, in Jerusalem, Palestine. And in the Muslim world, Hizb ut-Tahrir works to bring Muslims back to living an Islamic way of life under the shade of the Khilafah, the Caliphate state, following a non-violent political method. And in the West, Hizb ut-Tahrir works to cultivate a Muslim community that adheres to the rules of Islam, and the party does not work in the West to change the system of government, but works to preserve the Islamic identity of the Muslims living in the West. The party also works to project a positive image of Islam to Western society and engages in dialogue with non-Muslim thinkers, policymakers and academics. Taji today will talk about the Khilafah as being the only credible solution for lasting peace and security in the region.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. Assalamu alaikum. A very warm welcome to the many non-Muslims who are in the audience with us today. Some of what I had to say has been said by those before me, Rabbi Cohen, as well as the first speaker. I think maybe the first thing I want to touch upon is to maybe put the situation of Lebanon in a wider context. One of the very moving pictures, which was on the pages of one of the newspapers here, was of a woman holding a child in the rubble. They were trying to dig her out. The building had been bombed, it fell on top of her. And a journalist